was developed by a Swedish man, a gentleman from Estonia, and another gentleman from Tallinn. But in May in 2011, Microsoft Corporation bought the company out for a number of $8.5 billion. So that gives you a little bit of a background of what Skype and how long it's been around. Now, I want to explain to you, Skype can work on your telephone, it can work on your desktop, it can work on your laptop.
Don't go in.
I know. Okay, thank you. It can work on any device you have that communicates. The biggest thing that you have to understand with Skype is if you want to do the video conferencing, you have to have Skype to Skype. So whoever you're calling has to also have Skype. And we'll show you how to do an invitation today to invite your friends. My 7th grade girlfriend is down here from Ohio. Thank God she's here helping me now with this broken shoulder and a husband just getting out of the hospital. But I told her what she needed for Christmas and what kind of a tablet she needed, and so her kids bought it for her, and now I'm teaching her. So her and I are going to be able to Skype back and forth together on my iPad and on her Android. So we'll be able to see each other. We called our daughter in the Netherlands a few weeks ago for Christmas, and with both iPads, we were able to walk around both of our homes and show each other where we live, because we've never been to their new home in the Netherlands. So this was really wonderful to be able to see the rooms and see, you know, where they lived at, go outside and see the house. So this is what it is. But again, remember, you've got to keep this in mind. Skype is Skype to Skype. That's what you got to remember. If you have a desktop, some of you I know in this group still have the old operating systems. It doesn't make any difference. You just have to have a camera and a microphone. These can be picked up if you don't have that built into your desktop. If you don't have it built into your laptop, it's very important that you go to CompUSA, you can go to Radio Shack, and you pick yourself up one. It's a little tiny microphone. They can be the size of a small lighter. That's how big they are. But make sure that it has a combination of camera and microphone. That's very, very important. Okay. What you showing me there?
Webcam.
Okay. It's called a webcam. Okay, but it has to have both things. A lot of them will just have a camera, but you need to have the camera and the microphone. The price runs anywhere from around $20 to $40. You don't need a real expensive one. And most of them, once you plug them into the USB port, they immediately work. You don't have to download anything. It's just all automatic. Now, you can also do this on your laptop, because most of the laptops today, the newer ones, have the built-in cameras and microphones, so you don't have to worry about going out and buying that extra little device. If you have an Android tablet, most of them today have the built-in at least one-way camera, the one facing you when you're looking at your tablet. Most of them today now have two cameras, one facing where you can take photos and one facing yourself. If you have an iPhone or an Android phone, you can also download Skype, and you can talk right on the phone. My daughter and I talk on my iPad, and she talks on her iPhone, and we talk through a program called FaceTime, and this is what they offer on Apple. But we're talking about all of you that don't have those things, who still have the old tablets, who still have, I mean not tablets, the old desktops, the old laptops. So this is why it's important. You have to know, if you don't have the microphone and camera, you need to get that. That's the only thing you need to do to be able to do Skype. Can I save my questions to the end? Okay. All right. On Skype, you can do video calling. Barry and I are going to demonstrate that here in a few minutes. You can use it as a telephone. You can text on it. You can do so many things. You can do group calling. You're having a big 50th anniversary party for your parents and you want to get all the brothers and sisters together. You can do this on Skype. And there's other programs out there that does this, but Skype is one that's been around the longest that you can do this on. So this is another positive plus thing. the telephone, to you today now, phoning is getting so cheap. I mean, I can't believe it. But I use, when I would call anybody in the country of Panama when we lived there, I put Skype credits into my Skype account, and I use Skype to call because it's much cheaper than going through AT&T or anybody else to call in a foreign country. So I would set up my Skype calling, and that's where I would use as my calling service. So when I was in Panama, I also called as my local phone call because the minutes down there are 17 cents a minute. That's very, very expensive. So I would get on Skype, and for 2.5 cents, I could talk to anybody in the city I needed to talk to, a serviceman, friend, whatever. So you can use it also as a telephone. So it has so many options with it. It's a play thing. You need to download Skype and then play with it. Just get onto your internet and download it. Now Barry says Skype to Skype calls, calls to mobiles and landlines, Skype numbers, forward. You can see all the things. If you download Skype, can we, Barry, go to Google and just download Skype so I can show them the different places to download it.
Okay. Let's do that right now.
Just plain old Skype.
Notice it's also good for Mac
That's what
and
I
everything?
Yeah.
Cross-platform.
That's what I wanted to show you. If you go to Google or whoever your search engine is and just go to Skype, S-K-Y-P-E, and then it says free internet calls, go down a little bit further. Okay, there it shows the Mac and all, but go a little bit further, Barry, screen down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's going to show you all of the different stores. Here's the App Store for iTunes for iPhones. You need to go to these different sites to download it. I mean, there's a basic Skype, but if you have an Android operation system, whether it's your phone or your tablet, you definitely want to go to these different places to download it. But see, what I was telling you about the history, I never can pronounce that word, Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
Like the encyclopedia. Take a look at that. It's very, very interesting. I looked at it last night when I was getting ready for this class, just to see, because from time to time, this gives you the history of Skype, but from time to time they're going to ask you to download a new program, and Windows is the one that's got involved with this. I think I downloaded a new program one time when I started out with Skype, and that was like 10 years ago. So that's how long I've been using it. So that's why I'm comfortable with using it.
Okay.
Okay, now we can go to back to the main one.
Now, you also have to, I also should remind you that you must have a strong internet connection, a good broadband internet connection for Skype.
Does not work with dial-up, if any of you still have dial-up in this room, and there might be, but it doesn't work with dial-up. Okay.
Okay, so what shall we
Let's
do?
go back to Skype. Let's go to the, right to the Skype site.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just going to go right and
Okay,
open it.
Barry's already got the icon up there. We're going to go to Skype directly. Now, I was looking at this when I came in this morning with Barry to go over this. My Skype, okay, you're going to have a Skype name. Some of you will say, well, I'm going to have 754 Mary Lou, whatever. Keep your Skype name as close to your own name as possible, because you want people to be able to find you. And if you have something, like I wouldn't know that was Barry Cohn. I wouldn't know that was you up there, Barry, if I took a look at that and I was looking for you with your Skype name.
Well,
Try to keep your Skype name as close as possible. It's not as important with your Skype name as it is in other security reasons. With Skype, you want people to be able to find you. So mine, I have 3 or 4, I think we figured out this morning. I have 3 or 4 Skype names because I have one on one computer, one on another computer, and then I have one on my